David, and it ends with such overwhelming feelings that he actually tells God to do the very opposite of what he should be saying to God. He's laying out how his heart really feels before God. And God knows what to do with this kind of a plea. God can take us laying our emotions before him in this way. God can. He is safe to bring our hearts before him in this way. God desires for us to present our emotions to him in relationship and then allow him to guide us in our emotional life. And so many of us are tied up in knots emotionally, and there's stuff going on in your heart that you need to bring to him, and not just with neat and tidy words. You need to really bring it, maybe with some heat and some frustration and disappointment and tears. And here's what happens. Strategically, the enemy works in disappointment and pain that has not been brought to God in this way, as David does. Our enemy and his servants, they like to shape our view of God through our emotions that we experience but don't bring to God. The enemy and his servants like to tell us about the character of God through these things that we experience, these emotions that we hang on to and we don't bring to God. Well, this is who God really is, and this is why you're experiencing this. And here's the good news. As we pour out these emotions to God, we begin to see the grace of God to us as we do it. God can meet us in our imperfect emotional moments because of the grace of the one who went to the cross to save us. God can meet us there. Here's why Psalm 39 is not a mistake. It's in there that we might know that God can take it when we bring our emotions to him. That God can take it. And here's what happens when we present our emotional pain and sorrow and disappointment. God goes to work in our emotional lives when we present them to him. This is good news. In the same way that giving financially invites God to work in our financial lives, presenting our emotions to him invites him to go to work in our emotional lives.